Snarfenity was lost now Zuager. If I surf it, I'll still in this loss and out was here getting off of the home, you know, the Valorly Helen off of it. If I can go for CS sound with my idea when the cuff first, the times get through when the cuff and the Z's get splashed in the cuff for them, the we found the cuff and nurse. Nice. Beautiful.
Nice.
A good cup of coffee. Seriously, a good cup of coffee. Corpalese Italian Bakery and Deli 100-year anniversary mug as well. If you know Corpalese Bakeries, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Devil and the Deep Blue Sea behind me. Vanish in the air. You'll never find me. I will turn your face to alabaster. When you find your servant is your master. You'll be wrapped around my finger. The Police, 1983. Great song, right? Musically, incredible. Have you ever seen the drummer? Have you ever seen the Stuart Copeland video when he's doing Wrapped Around Your Finger? The view from the drummer and what he's doing in that song might be one of my, probably in my top 10 favorite videos of all time. I probably should put a link for it down below so you know what I'm talking about. Meat Stock 2025. Sounds pretty funny. The Ultimate Ancestral Convention and Cabin Retreat, May 15th through 19th. Cabin Retreat, May 17th and 18th, is the convention in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Speakers. Looks pretty interesting, man. Bella, the steak and butter gal, Dr. Sean Baker, Nisha Berry, Dr. Ken Berry, Dr. Boz. I think Dr. Boz is beautiful. You know Dr. Boz? And I think her name is Annette Bosworth. Yeah. Dr. Robert Kiltz. I almost said Klitz. Kiltz. Kelly Hogan. There's some names here that I don't know. Dr. Philip Ovadia, Chris Delisle, Jake Thomas. A lot of chicks. Two Crazy Ketos. Courtney Voss. Only a couple names that I know. And more. Meat Stock 2025 Ancestral Convention. Okay. Just sitting around having meat for a couple days, talking about the benefits of carnivore. Okay. All right. Apparently they're out of cabins, so you're going to have to stay in a hotel nearby and kind of shuttle in every day. Sometimes truth is stranger than fiction. If you're buying smart water for $4 a bottle, it's not working. Do you ever get smart water? What the hell is smart water? It's got like a little bit of electrolytes in it, or it's like alkaline or something, or whatever. Smart water makes you smarter. It's funny how in this current year, when you see a guy who is like pro-Biden, pro-Kamala Harris, pro-Hillary, like my first thought is, I wonder if he gets along well with his wife's boyfriend. Or how about this meme? She says to him, "You only talk about scooters." He says, "What would you like me to talk about?" She says, "Talk about your feelings." He says, "Okay, I really love scooters." Oh, that's great. Couple of my favorite topics, all in one meme. Hey, never forget that your three best friends are happenstance, providence, and serendipity. Be open to all experiences, as Jim Rohn says. You never know which one is going to turn everything on, or I'd like to say, which one is going to flip a switch that could make you unrecognizable by this time next year. Think about that. In the cool of the evening, when everything is getting kind of groovy, I call you up and ask you if you'd like to go with me and see a movie. First you say no, you got some plans for the night. Then you stop and say, all right, love is kind of crazy with a spooky little girl like you. The Atlanta Rhythm Section, 1979. Any conferences coming up in December? I know there's one called Longevity Fest in Vegas, and it's all on longevity medicine and such. I just found out about it. It's December 13th. I'd like to go, but here's the thing. I think it's $800 for the tickets. Okay, that's reasonable. But hotels in Vegas are $500 to $5,000 a night. Eating just a basic meal in Vegas near a convention center is going to be like $40 for like a bagel and coffee. It's almost like you got to bring your own food when you go to Vegas. I wouldn't call it the intellectual capital of the world, but I guess some people like having conferences there. I don't know. So I've heard people say that things are happening in Vegas and in Miami. Those are the two places to be right now, which tells me those are the last places I actually want to be as I'm looking for a home. Looking for a house that you can't see from the road. How's that sound? Or as my brother Tony says, get up in the morning and take a leak off your back porch and no one will see you. I agree with that. I've always thought that'd be kind of cool, just to shoot your dinner off your back porch. Spin me back down the years in the days of my youth, draw the lace and black curtains, and shut out the whole truth. Spin me down the long ages, let them sing the song. Jethro Tull, 1972. Name the song, put it down below. And you probably were just singing that in your head, most likely. Oh, look, Bob Ross just painted a picture of all the stores that I'm shopping in this Christmas. Anyone here on Instagram? Void Stomper, VOID. Void Stomper on Instagram is the undisputed master of AI horror. Some of the best I've ever seen. So if you're on Instagram, check out Void Stomper, all you fellow horror fans. And God promised that good and obedient wives would be found in all corners of the world. Then he made the earth round and laughed. I just heard that this week. Thought that was pretty funny. Let me jump back on a topic that I talked with somebody about a little over a month ago, proximity, being around successful people who want to help you, not just being around successful people and ogling them, staring at them, being a fanboy, but literally being in a room, whether it's a mastermind group or a conference, being in proximity to people who are earning what you want to earn, who look like how you want to look, who think the way that you think. And I'm not talking about an echo chamber, or maybe I should say think the way that you want to think. You aspire to that. You're going to get more done in a room of people like that than you will with your current group of friends, and you know it. Oh, by the way, you don't have any friends, you have friendly acquaintances. Just want to let you know that. Oh, this is meme week. They look so cute and cuddly, but the slightest thing can turn them so dangerous that even the toughest men could be killed or maimed for life. Here you can see it cuddling with a mountain lion. At nighttime, I put out scraps of food for the animals. I have some animals that come by here. I'll put out steak, like a leftover steak or something, like fat or grizzle or something that I had in the back of the refrigerator and forgot about. The remains of a rotisserie chicken without the bones, and occasional lunch meat that I might get. So this morning, the chicken is gone, the beef is gone, the lunch meat is still there. Even the stray animals say, what the heck is this stuff that he's trying to feed us? Even animals don't recognize it as food. In the summertime, take a little bit of sugar, put it on your sidewalk or patio or something, like a teaspoon of sugar, and then a teaspoon of Equal or sucralose or Splenda or whatever, another sweetener. Ants will swarm around the sugar. They have no idea what the hell the other stuff is. You know why? Because it's not food. It has zero nutritional value, and yet we are putting that in our bodies on a regular basis. I posted a very short video, and I said, what do you notice about the youth in Russia? Of course, some of the people just automatically go to red flags and all the bad stuff. First thing I noticed was no tattoos, purple hair, or obesity compared to Western youth. He votes Republican, she votes Democrat. This tells you something about him and their marriage. What is it? And put your answer down below. I had said something once. I said, is your wife or girlfriend pro-abortion, a Biden, Harris, and Hillary voter, Obama voter, and she watches the news, and you're neither one of those things? Bro, you made a mistake. It's going to be a dark future for you. I guarantee it. I've seen it more times than I can count. Start the leaving process now. Silently plan, swiftly execute. If you don't know how, I can help. That's one of the ways that I coach. I can help you leave her. And I'm dead serious about that. It's not cheap, but neither is staying with her. Zelensky is a secular Jew that persecutes Christians. I'm not so sure why everyone loves Ukraine. Flying Ukraine flags. That's another, I got my COVID shot, or stay at home, save lives. He persecutes Christians regularly, especially Orthodox people and Orthodox priests who are currently under arrest. He also killed our co-laborer for men and advocate, the beloved Coach Red Pill, Gonzalo Lira, and he was an American citizen. Russia is a Christian nation run by a Christian leader. They offer asylum for Christians under persecution in Europe, and most of the Polish people I know think this way, but they're not allowed to publicly admit it. How interesting. Zelensky is no more running Ukraine than Biden is running the U.S., so you need to wake up.
Wake the fuck up.
But Putin is running Russia. He's the only real leader and real patriot in the game. And if you don't like it, there's the door right there. Seriously. Facts don't care about your feelings. And of course, now we see Ukraine's Zelensky said he's willing to cede territory to Russia and to end the war for the first time. Well, of course he's ready to give their stolen land back to them after he sent over 1 million young Ukrainian men to die for their money laundering operation. Fucking swine. And of course, he bought Princess Diana and Prince Charles' mansion in the UK. He has a house in Miami. And still think it's a righteous war? Still support Ukraine? Still support United States sending bombs to Ukraine to kill people? To Israel to kill innocent people? Still think that's good? What the hell is it with Western women? They say, I'm looking for my person. I'm looking for my person. My person? You mean a boyfriend or a husband? My person. Wait, the same culture, the same women that say my person are putting she and hers and he and him in their profiles. How interesting. Now all of a sudden it's my person. Gender is not a thing. I want a person. Fucking weirdos. Let me put it this way. If your wife ever called you her person, start the leaving process now. Silently plan and swiftly execute. Charlie Daniels in 1974 said, preacher man talking on the TV. He's putting down rock and roll. He wants me to send a donation because he's worried about my soul. He said, Jesus walked on the water, and I know that that's true. But sometimes I think that preacher man would like to do a little walking too. What's the name of that song? Put your answer down below. Here's a great meme. 2 ears of corn sitting on an airplane. One says to the other, are your ears popping? Great article. I posted this earlier this week. At 17, he bought a sandwich shop for $125,000 and renamed it Jersey Mike's. And he just sold it on November 23rd for $8 billion. A hoagie store. You ever go to Jersey Mike's? Is it any good? I never had it. And are people still putting that little frame around their faces on social media? I got my COVID shot, my COVID booster. We can do this together. If you have a partner, if you have a person in your life that does that, you need to leave immediately. Silently plan and swiftly execute. This is a great meme. Everyone knows that the greatest miracle that Jesus ever performed was to turn himself into a blonde-haired, blue-eyed Caucasian when he resurrected himself. Guy born in Bethlehem, in Galilee, looking like a beach bum actor, California guy. America can fuck everything up. You know that? America can fuck everything up. Jesus was from the Middle East. He had darker skin than this. He probably didn't have blue eyes, and he probably wasn't handsome like you think. But then again, you call your boyfriend your person. I still say this, that LinkedIn is nothing but a dating site for guys who do sneaky fucker game. Most of your love for Trump is really your hate for Harris, Biden, and Obama. If you can tell me 10 things that you like about Trump, 10 things that you like about, that are based in reality, not woo-woo bullshit, then we can have a conversation. President Warp Speed. Boy, another great meme. Woman says to another woman, they're having coffee. She says, "Is your husband easy to please?" She says, "I don't know. I never tried." If men are saddled with chivalry, then what are the expectations for women? Anyone know? It's funny, all the videos of buildings being imploded and demolished around the world for construction purposes, all of those videos. And yet there's still folks that think 9/11 wasn't an inside job. You ever see guys like posting on Instagram or especially on Twitter, X, I'm still getting used to calling it X. Guy will post a picture of a woman and say like, "Would smash," or "Would you," that kind of thing. It would be funny if women posted pics of men with the caption, "Would divorce." Because that's what they're thinking anyways. What is your preferred quick detailing spray? Kind of like a waterless car wash thing. If you just want to take the microfiber cloth and just clean your car up real quick, but you don't want to do a full washing and go through the car wash and detailing. What is your preferred quick detailing spray? I keep hearing Mother's and McGuire's sprays, and I know there are some, I guess, more professional brands. I don't know if those are professional brands. If something is available at AutoZone, Pep Boys, or Walmart, would that be considered a professional brand? I don't think so, right? I'm just guessing. I don't know. But is there anyone who is a professional auto detailer here? What is your preferred quick detailing spray? Put that down below. Thank you. And with that, finish your coffee, and I'll see you on the next Daybreak Show, your home of sanity, clarity, and reason. Talking with Coach Greg Adams on how to get unstuck. 2020 has sucked. We got 3 months left. Give some advice to my audience on how people can use the last 3 months of this year to get unstuck. What can they do?
Well, I mean, if you haven't sought out advice from men, sought out advice from other people who have been through your experience, or the turmoil that's been going on, it would benefit you to reach out to some of these guys. There's a lot of guys that they're not stuck. They really know how to adjust through these times. So that's the number one thing I would say. Reach out to guys that you see have a good influence on other people. Also, the next thing you could do is when you get to the holidays, you have to remember that's going to be a time where we can put behind 2020. Once we get through all of this election and a lot of the division, we get to the holidays, people are going to have a more positive outlook about 2021. And I think there's going to be a lot of strength for you if you approach it that way. So that's what I would tell guys.
Excellent. Great speech yesterday on stage.
Thank you.
Like, it was wow.
Thank you, Rosie.
For real. What's going to happen? My opinion is that you could easily end up here every single year. Like, I think you created a hunger and a thirst for your message that people are going to want to hear year after year after year. And I know you're constantly evolving. I mean, you're one of the most active people in social media I've ever seen, and you're just keeping it fresh all the time. You're not just reheating the leftovers.
Exactly, yeah. Well, because, men need a message. And I'm going to tell you guys, if you've never been to this, all right, I had an idea of what this was, but until I got here, all right, and saw what it was different than the idea that I had, and it was much better. So there's a lot of men eager to get advice, and they're seeking advice from other men. There's people that are sending their kids here, they're bringing their kids here, so it's a positive thing for men overall.
I love it. Thank you, Coach Greg Adams.
Yeah, appreciate you.